Hi, and welcome to the intro for Seek, Receive, and Communicate Information and Ideas. What is information? Information can be a lot of things. We can see here we've got Google Slides, Google Sheets, and so on. But to understand what information is, we first need to understand what data is. So we go over here, information is actually data that is processed in some way to give it meaning. And so you can see we've got Google Docs and graphs and so on, and these are all made up of data that we've somehow organized and processed to give it meaning. But what is data? Data is ones and zeros. So it's the number of cars we count on the street. It could be the amount of money that a whole range of people make. And those numbers themselves are data. If I then match those numbers with names of people, for instance, it becomes information. If I add that data together to give me an average, it becomes information. If I apply any other sort of processing to it to give it more meaning, then it becomes information. So what types of information are there? And there are a range. Okay, there's archives. So we can see here it's basically a stack of boxes of folders in a room. Historical data, background data, things from censuses, things and etc. We can look at marketing and customer related data. So data related to customers, maybe products they've bought, products they've sold, and so on. We can look at electronic or manual transmission. So data coming in from Wi-Fi, data coming in from the internet, data manually transmitted. We can look at individual and team performance data. So instead of looking at customer data, it might be the number of sales a sales team member makes. It might be the number of jobs an IT support member makes, or maybe the number of time on average that they take to finish a job. We look at written or verbal communication. So written as in pencil and paper, and verbal as in speaking. We also look at organization policies and procedures. So we can see here an example of an internal email use policy. And we also look at reports, planning and organizational documents. So we can see here this is a report on a school improvement report, but we can have reports on a whole range of things to help us to analyze what we've done so far in the year and also what we can do moving forward to improve ourselves. But where can we get the information from? And again, there's a range of sources. We'll first look at external sources, or those that are outside a company. And they could be our external customers, so getting feedback on what they've purchased and what they like about us, what they don't like about us. We can look at web-based resources, so things on the internet, could be email, could be live chat, could be websites, could be whatever. We also look at reports. Again, we can have a report produced by an external company or that we paid someone to do. We can also look at internal resources, so those inside the company. And we've got things like supervisors, managers, and peers. We've got things like workplace documents, so things that the workplace themselves have produced. And we can look at organizational policies and procedures as well. Again, an example of that internal policy. And that shows us the information that's available for Seek, Receive, and Communicate Information Ideas. Thank you.